Hello guys,
Hi.
and welcome to Malta, one of the most, if not the most, fought over and contended islands in history. All the way from the Phoenicians, Romans, Normans. Napoleon had to go in 1798, and of course the British. And then during the Second World War, almost the entirety of the city of Valetta, where we are, was destroyed. And Malta became the most bombed place on earth. Over here we can see the harbor. This place is full of history though, and what we're gonna do is go see some of that. Now during the Second World War there was actually not a actual land invasion attempted, it was just a bombing campaign. And all they had to defend themselves, we'll go over to the platform where the guns used to be, was a few anti-aircraft guns. But later on, they actually found, I believe it was 6 Gladiator biplanes from like the First World War stored in crates that they actually used to some effect, which is a pretty cool story. Here's a picture of one. So, the Phoenicians were the first to actually start recording history here. And they kind of allied with the Carthaginians, kind of being a natural course of events there, with them being, you know, seaworthy people. Then, you know, the Punic Wars happened and Rome pretty much wiped out Carthage, and that's when Malta became Roman. After that, I believe the Romans had it up until the, collapse of the Roman Empire, till the Byzantines, which was pretty much the Eastern Roman Empire. So after that, the Normans came. They weren't really French, but they were from that region. They took over. Until the Knights Hospitaller, or the Knights of Malta, or Knights of St. John, an order that actually still exists to this day, was given the city by, I believe, the Holy Roman Emperor, who then defended it in 1565 against a huge Ottoman siege. I believe there was about 30,000 Ottomans outnumbering the Knights of St. John, where the Knights nearly fell. Over here at the fort of St. Elmo, they actually fought to the last man within that fort. I think the main part of the conflict was over on that peninsula. But yeah, the Knights Hospitaller was able to beat the Ottomans, and, you know, this allowed them from having this very important bit of land here in the middle, pretty much smack dibble of the Mediterranean. Smack dibble. So after that, in 1798, Napoleon had to go, where he pretty much took the island without a fight. Then shortly after, the people actually rebelled against the French when they were done with all their looting and stuff like that, and called in reinforcements from the British in 1800. And after that, Malta kind of became under British control up until the Second World War, when the Italians started bombing it in 1940, where I believe it was Rommel, you know, the Desert Fox, who said that he would lose his campaign in North Africa if they did not take Malta. But Malta was able to prevail, even though in the beginning they only had about 6 or 7, I believe 6 old anti-aircraft guns. That's against the entire Italian and German Air Force. Now whenever you see damage on buildings, that's mostly from the Second World War, where the city of Valetta was pretty much leveled. There was a famous opera house that was reduced to ruins that we will go try to find here, and they actually still use it, you know, as in its current state, its ruined state. They still have some concerts. Now the walls of the city were built in the mid-16th century and then finished by 1570, and they're free to walk on, not $30 like fucking Dubrovnik, but now hopefully this music played in the background doesn't hit me. But here is the remains of the opera house that was bombed during the Second World War. that was reduced to ruins. You can see, but they've set it up for, you know, events can still be held in its current state, which is kind of cool. It just goes to show how much this place was actually bombed, because this is all stone, and it was completely leveled almost. See from the remains of the fire, and what they've done is pretty much, you know, preserve that bit of history. Anyways, guys, that wraps up day one of Malta. It's Sunday today, so a lot of stuff was closed. A lot of the cool museums and things like that. So stay tuned. There's like we have a scooter, so we'll go around the island a little bit. There's like some abandoned airfields, and we'll see what we can find.
Yeah.
Until the next one, thanks for watching. Vidimose, or ciao, as they say in Malta.